Aren't you sick of looking at squat videos, goblet squat videos on the internet and being told to put your feet super wide like a ballerina, or like you're on skis super close, or that you're not squatting deep enough? Or you see videos of people squatting just like barely and you're not sure how to squat and you're feeling it in your knees and your back, or you're just not sure where to even start. Well, today I'm going to show you how to squat, why to squat with the goblet squat and the kettlebell, and how that's going to effectively increase your strength safely, build stronger legs, stronger core, stronger glutes, but do so injury-free. Let's jump right into it. All right, first, covering why the goblet squat is important. It's like I just mentioned, it's a full body exercise. It's going to strengthen your quads, your glutes, your core, your legs, your abs, because you have a weight in front of you that counterbalances automatically and forces your abs to contract and fire so you don't fall forward. That's why the goblet squat is one of the best exercises for beginners who are learning how to train, how to do kettlebell training, and training in general, how to squat correctly, because it teaches you proper technique and form and posture while you're doing the actual squat. Okay, it's different from the back squat. Although it's a good back squat is great, you can get away with loading your back and hinging forward and just letting the weight pull you down. I see that a lot of times at the gym. So the goblet squat forces you to stay upright because the weight is in front of you and you're forced to keep that chest up with upright posture, straight up and down the way you should squat. And that's one of the benefits of the goblet squat. Again, strong legs, strong core, strong abs, full body training of how to squat correctly, but also it's going to allow you to do it safely. It's going to allow you to use a lightweight, like this bell here, 16 kilo bell, for example, and practice and progress. And I'll cover that at the end of the video, how to progress and start to progress and load and add weight and reps. It teaches you how to do that safely, and so that you're not doing a squat and you're like, I'm not sure this is right. I'm not sure if I'm using too much weight. I'm not sure if I'm using too many reps. You'll learn how to progress safely and effectively with the goblet squat because it gives you that feedback initially. And like I mentioned, it's going to fire your core, strengthen your abs. So when you're doing squats, you have a strong brace, which is your core and abs, to keep you nice and upright. Okay? So many benefits of the squat. One of my favorite exercises is the goblet squat because you can progress in it. You can start light. You can go up heavy reps, high reps, lower reps for strength. So many options. Okay? Second is going to be, well, how do you do the squat? How do you do it? That's why you're watching this video, right? How do you actually do the goblet squat? Okay, I'm going to break it down step by step by step so it's easy to set up from the ground up, easy to learn, and easy to progress into. And you know if you're doing it wrong or not. You can give yourself an instant feedback and ask yourself, am I doing this? If not, let's change it. All right. First step is, of course, the setup. Okay, you want to have that kettlebell, whatever weight that is, you want to have it right by your toes because you have to get that bell up into that double rack position is what it's called, which is holding the bell right here on your chest, okay? You have to be able to do that, and to get that bell up from your toes, you want to hypo catch it. You can't have it too low because obviously, you know, you're not gonna be able to hypo catch it up. So the first step is setting up to even get that bell up in the air, okay? What I like to do, what I like to teach is set up right away how your feet should be while you're going to do the squat. Okay, it's not straight up ahead like skis. It's not way out here like this. It is about straight ahead and then slightly about 10-15 degrees. It'll vary depending on your hips and your posture and your build, but it's just a slight shift. Make sure your knees are over those ankles. Your feet should be pointed outward, okay, like a Y, like you're making a Y. Okay, and you can adjust it as you go through it and adjust your feet and heels, but this is the setup. And then from there, you again hypo catching that kettlebell into that rack position. Okay, this is important here. This is, you need to lock it down. This is the next step, lock it down. So squeeze the bell, squeeze your abs, engage your glutes, your quads, everything's locked, everything's tight. And I don't know, you can't see it really, but I'm pulling down my elbows to my hips, and I'm engaging my lats so I can really lock down that squat. That's one of the benefits. That's how you get one of all the benefits of the goblet squat, is engaging the full body. It's a full body exercise, full body engagement. And in order to do that, you need to lock it down and lock it like I just mentioned. So foot space away. I mean, not foot space away. That's for the swing. Toes, bell by your toes, hypo catch it, up, lock it down, legs locked, quads locked, everything engaged, okay, pulling it down. Next step is your breath. There's two options. You can breathe in right away initially and hold, or you can breathe in as you come down, okay? I recommend if you're just starting out, just do the breath on the way down and then power breathe it up. The reason is, if you breathe in and hold your breath, come down, and then you power breathe it up, you're holding your breath for a longer period of time. That could cause you to be a little dizzy. I don't want that to happen, okay? That's not a safe thing to do. So breathe in as you come down, just like this, okay? So pause, and then a hiss on the way up, at the top, all the way to the top, okay? Making sure that as you come down, here's the breakdown of the pull down. So you're pulling down. You're not just dropping into it. You're actively, that's why you're activating your quads, your glutes, everything from the beginning, so that you can pull yourself down to the ground, down into the squat, okay? So instead of just dropping, you're gonna actually pull yourself down, like you're pulling down, like you're ready to load up and fire yourself up from the squat, okay? So here, lock, pull down, pause, and then this is important. This is huge right here. Pay attention to this one. As you come up, you want to drive your knees in, corkscrew the heels in to keep those, not drive your knees in, sorry, corkscrew your heels together to keep the knees from coming in, to keep them straight up on the side, just like this. Okay. So to correct that, again, driving your heels together, not actively putting them together, but like you're trying to drive them together into the ground. If you have a good grip on the ground, you're gonna drive, you're gonna engage the outer part of your quad. Okay, this is the vastus lateralis, the outer side of the quad here. That's gonna keep your leg, keep your knees from bowing in and doing what a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people come from the squat, they come up like this. You might have seen that. I see that a lot. That's to keep that from happening. That's not good for your knees. You wanna keep that knee trapped over the ankle. The way to do that is engage the outside of your quad, okay? Pull down, heels are driving in, come up. You can even practice that with body weight. As you come down and you drive the heels up, you'll know that you're doing it correctly because the outside of your quads start to activate, okay? The vastus lateralis, okay? Lateral part of your quads here, the outside part starts to activate versus just coming down and up. You don't really feel it, but when you come down, drive your heels in, outside start to activate, that keeps those knees locked in place, okay? That's the bottom part of the squat and the press and the upward press of the squat, okay? So I said a lot right there. So let me back it up and break it down really simple. Okay, 4 quick steps. The setup, bell by your toes. Okay, right by the toes. Ideally, the heels should already be, or toes should already be slightly pointed out. So straight up ahead, then slightly out, about shoulder width apart. Okay, and then you hypo catch the bell, lock it down, okay? Tight, pull down that bell, abs engaged, bell's on your chest, you're pulling down, you're locking your quads, everything's engaged. And then here's where you breathe in, pulling yourself down into position, actively pulling. And then from here, last step, you drive those heels in, lock up, repeat, lock it up. Okay, do 3 to 5 reps of that. Making sure to focus on 1 rep at a time. Okay, 5 single reps, for example. Down, drive up, pause. It's important when you're on the bottom of the squat to remember, don't relax everything. You're keeping everything tight. Come down, stay tight, up, lock it up. Okay, that's the step. That was actually 5 steps. So set up with your feet out, put by your toes, hypo catch a bell, lock it down, pull yourself down with your breath, and then power it up. Okay, that's the goblet squat, essentially from the ground up to basically doing it. All right, and then all you have to do is progress. That's what I told you I was going to tell you about right now. Progression. Start light. This is a 16 kilo, 35 pound kettlebell. This is light. Okay, for me, You might start with a 12 kilo, 26 pound kettlebell, or a 16 kilo, whatever feels good for you, whatever you can do. Feel like you can do 3 to 5 reps and still feel like you can do silver or more, but you can slow it down, you can pause, and you can go in through the motion with activating everything, your quads, your glutes, your abs, everything, your entire body, without feeling like this is too heavy, I can't do this. Okay, you want to be able to do at least 5 reps, solid technique. Okay, start light. Like I said, this is a light bell. Okay, next step. So you're gonna do 3 sets of 3 to 5. Okay, do about 3 to 5 sets of 3 to 5. Building up to 5 sets of 5 reps. That's 25 squats. That's a good amount of squats. You start to build your volume. Do that for several weeks, 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, so you feel like you really have it down. And then you have 2 options. You can go back down to 3 reps and go up to the next bell. So if you're starting with the 16 kilo bell, next bell will be the 20 kilo bell here, okay? And then you start out 3 reps, build up to 5 sets of 5, and then you go back down and go to 24. So that's just step loading the weight up, okay? That's a safe, effective, dependable way to build strength safely and effectively. But okay, take your time, start with 1 bell. And the good thing is you can stay with 1 bell for a while, for a month or so, until you need a next bell, until you need the next weight, okay? Step number 2 is stick with that bell and increase. Okay, so you get to 5 sets of 5, then you go to 6 sets of 5, stay with that for a week or 2, 7 sets of 5, 8, 9, 10. That's already up to 50 goblet squats. That's a lot of reps, okay? But if you're practicing and you really want to get down with that weight, the weight down, and not go up yet, you don't feel like you're ready to that, or you don't have access to another kettlebell, start with the higher reps, okay? I mean, the increase in sets. So you build up from 3 to 5 reps, build it up to 5 sets of 5 over the next several weeks, okay? So do sets of 3, and then up to 4, then to 5, so you feel comfortable doing those reps, okay? 5 sets of 5 is the goal. After that, you go to option 1, like I said, increase the weight, go back down to 3 reps, 3 sets of 5, then increase, or you add a set, another set of 5. Okay, say I get to 5 sets of 5 with the 16 kilo bell, I'm gonna go with the second option. I wanna increase the reps, 6 sets of 5 for a week or 2 until it feels easy, 7 sets of 5, 8 sets of 5, 9 up to 9 and 10 sets. Okay, you may be asking, well, why not increase the reps? Okay, well, the reason you don't increase your reps from 5 is because 5 gives you good feedback, it builds strength, it builds consistency in your training, but it doesn't fatigue your body and central nervous system to where your technique's gonna drop down, okay? I'd rather you add more sets of 5 than increase the reps of 5 up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reps, okay? So that's why it's only 5 sets, or 5 reps, okay? And so that's the progression with the squat, okay? Those are the steps, 5 simple steps. Set up, bow by your toes, feet straight out, but then slightly turned out, okay? 10, 15 degrees, it's gonna vary, about shoulder width, it's gonna vary depending on your build, okay? If you have longer legs, you're gonna have to go a little wider. Okay, if you have shorter legs, of course you have to be a little more narrow and closer, but it's around that. Okay, and you hypo catch that bell, and this is huge, remember this, tie yourself locked down, once you catch it, lock, quads, glutes, abs, everything's locked. And then pull down in position, actively pull, pause, corkscrew the heels, keep those knees out, just like that, okay? Remembering to breathe on the way down and power breathe on the way up. You should feel your abs engaged, okay? That is how to master the goblet squat. That is that is why this is the only goblet squat video you'll ever need. Forget all the others, learn this, practice this, learn this. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your favorite tip that I just gave about the goblet squat, or some issues you would be having that I maybe helped you realize and fix. Or if you still have questions, you're not sure, comment below. I want to help you get this goblet squat down. Like I said, it's one of the best, my favorite squat exercise for a beginner, and something that an intermediate and advanced person to progress with just heavier reps, more sets, all right, more volume. It's an excellent exercise. So I want you to learn this, I want you to get this down, okay? Let me know what you think about this video. Share with someone you know who could use this goblet squat video to get the goblet squat down and learn how to do it correctly, okay? Otherwise, hey, practice the squat, keep squatting, use the progressions, either 1 or 2, and keep going and going and pressing, getting better and stronger with your kettlebell and the goblet squat. If you want something, you can incorporate the goblet squat into an actual workout. If you want to put it into a workout, once you get the squat down, you have your sets, and you want to do a quick, fast 10-minute type workout, I have a 10-minute full body kettlebell workout that involves a squat, and of course involves the swing, the clean, the press, the deadlift, the row, all the kettlebell exercises in one. That's just something just to have, so when you want to get into an actual workout, you can do that. Keep it in the KB10 in the comments. I'll shoot it over to you. You can have that. It's absolutely free. Just want to give you a full body kettlebell workout that you can do in 10 minutes, or if you have a little more time, 20 minutes, just rest a little bit longer. Okay, KB10 if you want that. Otherwise, keep practicing the squat. Keep getting your goblet squat down. Keep getting stronger with kettlebells. Learn correctly. Stick to here, right on this page, where I'm going to show you how to do it from A to Z correctly, safely, and effectively, so you can get stronger, get better, get fitter, be the best version of yourself, and do so training injury free. Have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video. Get after it. Train strong.